So Alan, this is your energy group. You are asking for the highest and best message that we can give you today. So our message for today is to follow your joy. This is the path. This is the path for everyone. To follow your joy. You have often wondered, in recent months especially, what is your path? What should you be doing? You have often thought that perhaps you should consult a psychic, a channeler in particular, to help you to know your path, to better define your path, so that you can be more focused and, in that sense, more effective and more joyous. But the answer has always been within you. It is that last statement, joy. When you follow your joy, then you're on your path. When you follow your joy, then you are doing what is most in alignment with your higher, larger sense of why you are here in this particular physical time-space reality at this moment in time. Now, when we say follow your joy, you have to, of course, know what your joy is and distinguish it from simple fun or distractions. So there is an assumption that when we say follow your joy, that what you follow might be very trivial and insignificant and might be hedonistic, that is, being done solely for your own personal ego enhancement. So this is a confusion with what the meaning of joy truly is. Those types of things can be parts of a path. Typically, when you are following your joy and it's involving things that are not good for you, then that particular path is meant to be a lesson. Say, following your joy means going to an all-you-can-eat restaurant every day of the week because you love to eat, and that brings you joy. So this is a type of joy that is actually not in alignment with the laws of this physical time-space reality. And that is also part of your higher self, the laws that you have agreed to in coming into this time-space reality. So overeating may seem joyous, for example, but it will lead to consequences that you will regret. And in that sense, it becomes a lesson. It becomes something that you learn. After a while, you learn that overeating is not really joyous. It's something else. It's feeding, we don't like the word lower self, but it's feeding the more narrow self, the ego self that is solely focused on the physical world and not on your larger reality. So it's a mistake. It's a mistaken belief. And through the consequences of doing certain things in following your joy, you learn what is not good for you. And we're not saying don't do that, because you have to learn. That's part of what life in this physical time-space reality is all about, is learning. Learning what is your true joy. What is the true joy that connects you to your larger sense of being? And when you connect with that joy, you have no resistance. You do not encounter things that are bad for you. You do not encounter physical ailments. You do not encounter psychological ailments or blockages. You are free to flow. You are in the flow of life. And that's how you know what your joy is. Sometimes it might be difficult to figure that out, because you do have what you could call karma, samskara, belief systems that kind of stand in the way. You believe you should not be doing this, or you should be doing that, because that is what you've been taught by others. You picked up these lessons from others, that what you should or should not be doing, that are not necessarily in line with your joy, with the joy that is flow, the flow of life. And every time you encounter something like that, again, it's another lesson. It's something that you encounter, you face, and you try to put it in its proper perspective. Tapping into your larger self, however, helps you to do that. Through meditation, the types of meditation that you do in particular are very good for this, as is yoga, which is more of a body meditation, breath work, which is a prana meditation of sorts, a prana yoga. All of these things help put you in touch with your larger self. And simply being in the presence of your larger self helps you to naturally overcome these belief systems, these barriers that you have accumulated over your life. So the more you do that, the more you meditate, the more you do yoga, the more you will be able to recognize these issues, these blockages, these resistances, and overcome them. It's very simple. And by doing that, the more you will know and feel what is your true joy. What is the joy that puts you into that state of feeling of flow, flowing through life? The feeling where everything is synchronicity. That everything happens for a reason and everything is supportive of what you are doing and how you want to experience, know, and love this life, this planet, this reality. So you don't need to go to others. You don't need to seek out other channelers to ask them, what is your path? Psychics. You know how to tap into that. So you should just use that skill that you have. Just try it. You will be amazed how successful it is, how successful you will be. That is our message for today. We love you. We think this is one you should share with other people, because this is a message that's true for all. Namaste.